Now 7 o'clock, you can come to order. Everybody refrain from their cell phones till the end of the meeting. Have a prayer by Willow Scoop and a prayer by John Plato. Everyone stand.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand, please.
Lord, thank you for this opportunity to gather here tonight. Please be with the mayor, the councilman, the chief of police, as they make decisions to move the town of Golden Meadow forward. Lord, in this Mardi Gras season, let us all be safe from the revelry, and let us be safe during the wild weather we've been having, and look to see it in the future. Lord, please be with our veterans and first responders. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all. Thank you, John. Thank you, Willow. Roll call, Jody's absent. Approve the minutes from January 2nd, 2024, public hearing number 1.
Move.
Moved by Mike. Second by Kip. We'll vote on it. Jody's absent. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike. Have it. Approve the minutes from January 2nd, 2024, public hearing number 2.
Move.
Moved by Willis, second by Mike. Any questions? We'll vote on it. Jody's absent. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike. Have it. Approve the minutes from January 2nd, 2024, public meeting.
Move.
Moved by Mike. Second by Willis. Any questions? We'll vote on it.
Aye.
Jody's absent. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it. All right, next mayor's report. Update on energy service. Willis, I know you've been concerned about getting some lights fixed in the community. It's been taking a long time. I wanted to bring it to your attention and the council attention. We all have some issues with the service. And we're trying to work it out.
Tracy and email today.
So,
Anytime they change the one on the house, it's how it goes.
and there was supposed to come to a survey, I think, today.
We changed it last week.
Are you talking about the one on the south, the north side of your house? Cause they get blinks on and off, cause I'll pass them on the south and then I'll pass this on.
It's full of seven.
But, searches is kind of slow. I just want to, any questions, anybody in the community, in the past, we always had good service.
For sure, you call it in next week, but early 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, now it's just 3 weeks, or one problem on somebody.
That's all it is.
Trying to set up a meeting with them, see if we can get this. Okay, fuel tank. We have an issue with the fuel tank again. Sludge stopping up the fuel pumps in the vehicles. Right now, we got cars, front row oil, Shell station next door. The vehicles are filling up there. I called Mr. Rowe today, trying to make some arrangements for him to pump out the fuel out the tank. So get it cleaned one more time and do a survey on it. There's an issue. We went through all the process and elimination and we just can't find anything. That was the previous time, so we'll try it again. I'll keep the council updated on the cost of it. The last time it cost us the town of Golden Meadow pretty penny to get cleaned and be done. Okay, next, report of the village and tax summit held on the 1st of 10/24. I'm gonna get a report.
Sure, so I met with the assessor in Lockport and, this year is a reassessment year. And she just told us that, she does have some concerns. A lot of property values for the South Bush area are not gonna be very good. A lot of sales are taking place that are really below value because people are just trying to get what they owe on it and get out. So she just wanted us to be prepared that, there may be a decline this year.
Okay, any other questions about the town clerk?
I have a question, Steve. So we always inquire, what is the fair due date then?
I'm sorry.
Why do we always inquire the cost if it's not
Well,
fair due
there's-
date then?
If we can determine the problem, then we'll go down that route. What is the problem? We had experts that come in and everything last time. Couldn't solve it for whatever reason, they brand new tanks. Then you probably cost us, the town probably $10,000 last time. It's some kind of go,
Did they coated, did tanks are coated on the inside?
we got it clean and it wasn't closed. Last time we had that problem, we emptied the tank, we got a cleaning company come and
Yeah,
clean it out. We got it inspected, it was super clean, no problem.
I got it.
We'll try it again and keep the board abreast if we want. If we find out the problem, maybe get a direction. Okay, all right. Next, building permit, Board of Adjustment variance requested by Billy Plazoff on Nickel Street and North First Street. Board of Adjustment Chairman, Macron.
Yes, sir, as a board, we met to discuss the variance for carport extension for Billy Plaisance. After discussion, it was had the board approved a variance from 5 to 3 on the Nickel Street, tying into his existing carport facing south, and a variance from 5 to 3 on the North First Street, tying into his existing carport facing west.
Okay. Recommendation from your board?
Yes, sir.
Move we go with the recommendation of the board.
Motion made by Mike, go to recommendation, taking the recommendations of the board. Give a second. Second by Willis, any further question, any other discussion? If not, we'll go ahead and vote on it, Joey's absent, Kim,
Not to recuse.
refuse, okay, Willis,
Yes.
Lacy.
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
the yes have it. Okay. All right, Billy, you good, you got any question, Mike? We
Yes,
here?
sir, thank you.
All right. Think we're doing the right thing, Billy?
I want to go forward, not backwards.
I understand. Project status report, John?
Is North Sewer Treatment Plant upgrades, the work is in progress. The deadline is May 31st for construction contract. I'm sure y'all haven't been out there, but he's emptied the tank, he started working on cleaning it up. The mayor has asked me to look into actually pumping out the sludge and getting it out, you know,
Okay,
permanently.
I might back up on that. So it's a third option, right?
It's the third alternate of the bids we took, correct?
Okay. But I'm gonna have enough money to take care of the third alternate, right?
We don't have that much money to do now, but I will talk to the contractor and shoot, even, probably, I might just call Chad Boudreaux myself and see what he would do.
Well, I thought you said before, we have 15 to 20% markup, the town will go direct. Okay, let's keep that.
Okay, then I will call Chad and see what Chad can do for us. And I'll see what I can do on the sewer, the contract side, to try to get that down a little bit to help y'all afford the sludge pump out. Sewer phase 7, Leanne, sorry, I'm gonna say Leanne Rhines, but I know that's not it. Right, okay, it was an R, okay, I'm close. She said we should have all the stuff to, and I said we start advertising next week. I think that takes, both of the council to do that, so I guess y'all have, I don't know if y'all have to put it on the agenda. I know Bryce would make you put it on the agenda and then vote, something to ask you to do that.
We'll do that.
I don't know if Jerry would make you do that, I know Bryce would.
You give me those eyes.
I move to add that to the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Mike, second by Kim, to add to the agenda for next meeting. Any other questions? All right, we'll vote on it. Jody's absent. Kim?
Yay.
Willis?
Yes.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Okay, so we'll start advertising at the beginning of next week. The seawall mitigation project, we are still coordinating with the parish to find out when when FEMA, or if FEMA will actually fund that. Same thing with the infrastructure grant applications, we're working on figuring out what that next step is. We should have it for you for our meeting next week, Mayor.
All right.
Clean Water State Revolving Fund Sewer 8, we're putting together a servitude map for that project. Think I'll have it done this week.
All right. You have it on our desk for Friday, Thursday? I'll hold you up to it.
How about Monday morning? How about that?
Okay.
Okay. I give you a whole extra day and a half. The replacement of the sewer lift station, we should be ready for that one by the end of the week. I'll try, that one should be done by Thursday. Armand, I'll see.
I mean, actually, so we need to add this to advertise in the next meeting? I'll put the pressure on you. Okay,
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that done.
You know what?
Because we-
Hold by Mike. Say about Willis.
Your feet's to the fire.
Can I ask, are we talking about sewer phase 8?
I'm sorry.
We're talking about sewer phase 8?
No, lift station.
Okay, I just, we kind of like went back and forth, I wanted to make sure I was one. Alright.
Any other questions? We vote on it. Jordy's absent. Kim? Willis? Lacy?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, John.
Okay, the Armand LC drainage, project, we're working on that, we've gotten the survey done, we're putting the process together, and we should have something to present to y'all. I would say next meeting, is that next week, next meeting? Well, it should be for the next meeting, some preliminary steps to talk about.
All right, if you don't mind, get a copy to Mike. You know,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't mind before the meeting.
I've been sending you the report,
I got the picture, but I didn't completely understand it, so.
it's not close to be able to explain.
Exactly. Appreciate it.
The drainage canal survey and permitting, FEMA should be doing a site inspection next week, so hopefully they'll be okay with that and they'll let us go ahead and move forward on that project. The capital outlay requests for next fiscal year are in, so in June, we won't hear anything about until June on that work. The interior door in the town hall, we are still waiting on PCO to start that work. I approved all his submittals, so that should go along without too much of a hitch. And the chlorine contact chamber, that should also be, we should be finished with those design drawings this week. There, I was just gonna go out and get some quotes, or do you wanna hold off on that, or?
Got an estimate of what it would cost?
Not off the top of my head, but it's gonna be well under the 250 for sure. I'm thinking 20-ish, 20,000-ish.
Can you give us a cost? I mean,
Yeah, I can get you 3 quotes.
yeah, it's 3 quotes and we go from there, bring it to council and see what they want to do.
Right, okay. I'll do that.
I have a question.
Go ahead and authorize, John to get 3 quotes. While Willis, second by Kim. Any further questions? We'll vote on it. Jody's absent. Kim? Willis? Lacy? Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Chief, you had something?
I had a question about the interior door. I had multiple citizens ask me, what is the reason for the 8,800 door in the hall, inside the town?
If they want, they can come back in the office, I'll tell them then, or you want me to tell them now?
You can tell them now.
To separate, the hallway. Because of the problem we had in the last couple of years. And I prefer not talking about it in front right here.
I have no problem talking about it. You say we need to work together, but you put in a physical wedge between the police department and the admin. So the questions I have, are we gonna have access to the kitchen? Are we gonna have access, is my secretary gonna have access to the bathroom? What is the reason we're gonna waste town funds? It's $8,800 for a physical door.
We had a meeting in the office, meeting with my clerk. We had no problem with the door.
You say you're gonna put a door, it never
No,
came
you
up
know
in
exactly what the
discussion.
door was for.
There was never ever a discussion.
All right, the door was to put there so you don't interfere with my people in the front.
So that means I can't go to the kitchen?
I told you, you said you were gonna buy your microwave.
No, that's
Yes,
not
you
what I
did say
said.
it. I'm not gonna put it in.
Don't.
That's the problem having a meeting with you. You never remember what we talked about.
You
But
talked
the door is being put because I lost the whole staff because of toxic environment in the office. This board knows about it. I prefer not talking about it in front of everybody. But we had a discussion several times in here. So we don't have to bring it up to the people. It's to keep you away from our people because you destroyed my first administration.
I didn't do no
Yes,
such
you
thing.
did. You did.
I did
You
no
ruined
such
three people's livelihoods. Just like you don't think we need bus, police officer for the bus, it's the same thing. You're the
Talking
chief
about
of
this
police. This board knows what went on. I didn't wanna bring him into the law. But that's what the door is, to keep you away from my people.
So I
You
want
attack my people.
I did not attack
Yes, you
anyone.
did.
It's not my
That's why
fault
we
you
wanted
can't
this
control the
exercise.
administration the way you did me back in the day.
Was that?
It's not my fault.
See, this is where
Wait,
all-
hold on. What you said?
I said, it's not my fault you couldn't control your administration back in the day.
Oh, I didn't control
You
my
blame me for them quitting, you blame me for the problems they had, those problems were here before I showed up. The only thing that I changed when I came here, I ran the police department the way I saw fit.
And that's fine, I agree with that.
No, you don't, you still don't today.
I tell you what, you better take care of your own people because you got your own problems. This town is suffering for police protection, I can tell you that much.
It's the same as it was in the
No,
past.
it's not, never. Never. But the door is being put to keep you away from our people. You attacked my last administration, my last girl, you attacked her, always when I'm not there. So our insurance people recommending putting the door right there to protect you and my people.
So how are we supposed to get work done if I can't have
Well, you
contact
go
with
around
the
the front, you
administration?
brought that upon yourself. I told you a few months ago, go find your own building to work out of. I told you that several times. I will protect my people. I will protect the people in the community, I will protect the people that's working for me. I don't know what your problem, you had this discussion before, but there's an issue with you on destroying work ethics around here. Well, that's your opinion, that's my opinion. And if this board wants to say something, which probably some of them won't, there's a problem, chief. You need some help. You can go to your previous job and find out the same thing. I'm not gonna let the town suffer. And my people, her and the other girls go through what the other three girls went through. I'm very upset because I don't wanna bring this up in front of the people. You know what I'm saying? But since you asked, I'm gonna tell you, it's because of you. Yeah, you can laugh.
I think it's ridiculous, you're gonna waste.
I'll tell you what, that's the best
It's
money
ridiculous
that,
that we have so much crime in this community too.
she can say what she wants. First of all, that's money well spent, protect her. That's money well spent to keep you away from her and the other girls. I never waste the town's money, never. You wanna waste the town's money, you stay at home at 10, 11 o'clock in the daytime, when there's the coldest day in the town is the Golden Medal in years, we didn't even have a police officer on the road that morning. You tell me why? Why? You can't tell me?
No, the situation was addressed.
No, why? Why? They wanna know.
We
Why
can't-
we didn't have no police protection on the road?
We can't talk about an employee in this meeting because the employee's not here.
I mean, we're not gonna mention no names. But this town is not protected under your leadership in the police department. It's not protected.
It's your opinion.
That's my opinion, and I'll go to my grave and say that. This town is unsafe. There's not a piece of copper wire left in an abandoned building in this town. Because all we wanna do is give tickets. That man with the boat, he called me this week. He haven't heard nothing again from me.
And that's a lie.
Oh, what
He
you
lied.
tell him he's a lie.
I keep it
You wanna
documented.
see the text? You wanna see the
I
text?
talked to
You
him.
haven't heard it?
I
You
talked
talked to him after the
meeting.
last time I brought it to the meeting, you
Yes.
talked to him. You never talked to him again.
There's nothing more to report.
For public relations, great chief. Hey, look, we didn't find nothing yet. Talk to the people. kind of people we want to come to our community. You're not gonna come to our community with handling business that way. This is a business. You elected, I can't tell you what to do, but you work for the people. You deserve that to the people. You never made a sacrifice for this town since you've been a chief. You never made a sacrifice.
It's your opinion.
That's my opinion. And some of them sitting around here, they know, but they ain't gonna say that.
I'll look at the money.
My thing is, politics is politics, you know. You elected to serve and protect, and you're not doing it. You ought to resign from your chief of police. You wanted to hear it, you should have resigned.
I'll go to the money thing.
I didn't want to bring this up, you made me do it. I never lied to the people, and I'm not gonna start lying now. I ain't coming up for nobody.
Will we save
The
the
door-
insurance last meeting? Pays for the door, you know, that was the thing, the saving. Against my better judgment, I voted for it. So what we saved right there, paid for the door. That's where it went first, then we got all, it went wherever, but I will say that much.
I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna conduct business.
And the
if the
comeback-
police department isn't able to go to the front and take care of business. I mean, there's stuff that we need to work together for.
I get
You had to come back,
phone.
you said in the public meeting, it took you a shorter time to get rid of my last one than it took. I thought it would take 3 years, but it took 2 years. You said that in the public meeting. And don't say you didn't.
I may have said it in public, yeah, I know I said it
Yeah.
as a joke.
It's no joke when you come to here. It's not a joke. That's your problem. You take everything as a joke. I tell you what, you know what you're on time for? For a meal. That you're on time for. Or a party. That you're on time for. But protect the people go better, you're not there for them. You're not there for us. Our people go to bed at night think we're safe. We're not safe. You know, I feel sorry for the people. I don't speak good in most things. You the chief because I'm worried about the people. And you're gonna laugh right there about it, huh? You laughing at the people go there.
I'm laughing at you.
You laughing at me?
You know, there's more people that agree with him than disagree, I promise you. I'm in the community a lot and I hear it.
You're a toxic environment, chief. You're here to destroy my administration. You figure if you destroy my administration, I would leave, and I told you I was not leaving. And you backstabbed me many a times with my best friends. I can bring them all here and tell them. You know, dirty laundry here, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry to have to say this.
That's how you like that to bring
You
up
know, but-
people.
I give my sweat and blood to this community. I will continue doing it. And, you know, it's all about what we can do for our community. What now our community can do for you. We don't owe you nothing. It's time for you to do your job.
I'm doing my
No, you're not. You're not. That guy with that boat, that's just one sample. You don't want to see the police officer guard the school buses because you feel they don't need it. But you got it. This board right here voted on to do that. You still insulted us for not doing it. Right or wrong?
We voted.
We did.
I'm
No,
not
let
a
him
charter,
answer.
I'm not a charter fisherman, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a supervisor in Fouchon, I don't cut hair, and I don't work on small engines. That's not my job, I've been a cop for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I do believe that the council, when you'll make some decisions for the police department, is the total wrong decision. And I'll back it up on facts and studies and everything else. Talking to the school bus drivers, since you brought it up, talking to the parents in line, talking to the administration,
That's a lie.
y'all,
Talk to the principal.
I tell you what, the day that a child's gonna get killed coming out of a school bus on the road, that's on you.
we would
If you
keep.
can't take the time to take care of our children, it's time for you to go. Our children come first in this community. I don't care what you say, I don't care if you talk to the school bus, I don't care if you talk to the principal. We're the only town in Louisiana that don't have a school guard because you feel that they don't need it. Or maybe you might have to get up early to go, maybe that's why. You know, you can put me up, tell you what, chief, you can laugh all you want, but you're gonna quit laughing one day. You're gonna quit laughing, because I take this job serious. That's your problem, you don't take this job serious. You don't take care of our kids, you don't take care of our senior citizens, the only thing you take care of is yourself. And you got one police officer, he's busting his butt to try to keep this police department together.
That he is.
He's wore out, and you refuse, and you say at a town meeting, you don't patrol.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, you
I've
still
been
don't
covering
patrol.
shifts.
Yeah, The poor man, I feel sorry for when I see him parked right there. He can hardly go. But somebody's gonna take his turn. Are you gonna take his turn? No.
I'm in covered
Yeah.
shifts.
Yeah, you cover the shift at your house.
No, I'm
Yes,
in
you do.
covered shifts.
I got people I can go find. Well, I'm gonna call tomorrow. I'm gonna sit in my easy chair. When I get a call, I'm gonna go out and check. Right or wrong?
Sometimes, depending on
Sometimes,
what's.
that's not what we elect you for.
When I
We
work a
elect
day
you to
shift,
serve this.
when I work a day shift,
I
I have
tell
to
you what,
call
you got
another
four-
shift the same day.
There's 4 deputies in this community with no ballroom. In the old days, they probably had 50 ballrooms with 2 a chief and a deputy. All we want is service and protection.
You'll get service.
No, we don't get, not from everybody. We want it from you too. I mean, if you wanted an office job, you should have told us that when we appointed you. If you wanted an office job. Because you got to see Miles and the girls there, when they take off, you go too, you know? Where's the police patrol? They're having.
And where was the office people at 3 o'clock in the morning during the freeze? I was at work.
Wow, yeah. I wanna see the tape, okay? You lied too many times, tell me. I tell you what, you trying to get me mad?
I'm not trying to get you mad, I just find your conversations ridiculous because you have.
I'm gonna
no
shut this
idea
down
what you're
because
talking
you know what? You're gonna do what you want, when you want, and the people are suffering for it. They're not getting the service and the protection they should have from the police department and from the leader. You got some good officers, you're burning them out. You're burning them out. Yeah, you was in office for 30 years, doing harbor police work. Harbor police work and chief of police are 2 different things. 2 different things. You come over here, you didn't even know how to write a ticket. I get it. Apologize, but I'm here for one reason only, to serve the people. And this board can't even back me up or say anything. You'll know what's going on. You're not gonna say that.
I know.
Well, you said something, but no, good old boy, you know. Anyhow, let's move forward. I'm never get nowhere. I'll tell you what, my blood pressure right now, the people are suffering. And the door is put up because of you. That's my final answer.
So the door's gonna cost well over $10,000-12,000.
What's the difference? You don't come to work. Don't matter if the door's there or not,
So why build the door if I don't come to work?
just in case you do come.
It's a waste of town money. Big waste.
You waste a lot of money too. So, you know what, let's move on. Move on. Stop. You see, that's how you are. You don't know how to stop. Just stop,
I don't know how to stop.
okay?
This is the first time I speak
Because
up
I've been in this
in a
town,
year.
I've been in this
I
town for
mean-
8 years almost now but I've been in it before because he's been in it. I've never seen an office so, I don't know the word I'm looking for, before this administration, when you came in, so unhappy up there and just, the word was toxic, I guess. Then you came in. They had no other problems with any other police chief. You come
That's
in
because
and
the
all
police
hell
chief
breaks loose.
bent over and did whatever the mayor and the administration
Well, let me
said.
tell you,
I'm the elected chief of police and I'm gonna run this department the way I see fit. As long as I go within the bounds of the law and I protect the people.
But that's the problem. You go into the bounds of other people's laws that don't have nothing to do with your department and want to tear them down, and that's how you go. You go from the inside, so you eat them and eat them and eat them, and they're gone. Yes, you do, and stop lying.
I understand where you're coming from.
Well, that man wanted a junk car picked up. What you do? We can't do that. We got all kinds of stuff. Your car ever got picked up? No. I know it's a little bit of work, you know? We got ordinances.
We gotta follow the ordinance.
Oh, yeah. You go, sometimes I think you go for the criminal instead of for the good town.
I mean, don't do Terry stuff, you told me that.
See,
That would be-
against the law.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
Well, I mean, I'll go as far as this, most people in this town, myself included, you're the only chief in my lifetime that I don't see patrol. I mean, I guess that's your choice, that's the way it's written, I know you're a lot of good guy, but I mean, since we letting it out, you're the only one that I know that don't patrol. And like Lacey said, we hear what's up, what goes on, and we gotta answer or try to make an answer.
See, because you don't see me, don't mean I'm on the road, not patrolling.
Just like there's a car in front of Bob's Lane that has been parked there since before the storm. It's not abandoned.
The
Is
bigger
an
truck.
ordinance supposed to be enforced by the cops, or are they enforced by us? Like, who enforces them?
Yeah, I mean, like the pit bulls and this and that, I mean,
It's not
that's,
that,
you know,
yeah, the Chevy pickup, you don't think that's the thing? It has 4 flat tires, it's been there since 2021, we almost in 2024, and nothing's ever been done about it.
So the way the ordinance reads, we gotta give that.
Well, why can't I give it to
You'll
them?
have to get the vehicle appraised, and then once it's appraised, we have to go through a whole motion. The
What's
way
that
things were
motion?
done with the past administration was done illegally. The cars that were towed illegally.
Well, why
No one
don't you
ever said
bring us what
anything.
needs to be done and we can move forward on it? Why? Is it that hard to do?
It's not at all that way.
Well,
Why don't you do it?
why don't you do it if you wanna follow the law? Go and get the damn car appraised or whatever and move it, do something with it, it's been there for 3 years.
Will, you got something to say? Mike? I guess we don't, no, we won't. Well, if we're sorry for, this week's thing will get better. Got any more questions? That's what I figured. Let's go. Move forward. Town attorney.
Well, did John finish the pouring contract chamber?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I just didn't wanna talk out of turn. 1504 South Bayou Drive, Walter Guidry and Martin Perkins. We've sent out notice to them for, Bryce tailored it in a way that we're gonna try to effectuate service for the next, town council meeting, but if not, the way you drafted it, we can have it effectuated for 220. We are in contact with that attorney, but I mean, I just want you to know the stuff's in the mail. We have to send them notice by certified mail. Council to discuss the upcoming request for Harvey Golf to revoke and set aside the dedication of Avenue H. Are y'all familiar with this at all?
no, something,
Okay,
I'm
so
something,
Harvey Golf owns the old Holly building.
they own that whole little block, right?
Right, and initially Avenue H was donated to the town, I believe, but they would like for us to, well, they dedicated it for public use, so there's a cross street right there. But they would like to have it de-dedicated because they would like to use that property for something to do with their building. I don't think it's very navigated by anybody other than them, so, we are waiting on GIS, they're gonna draft us a property description.
We're waiting on a formal request, I thought. I don't think we got a formal request yet from Harvey Golf. Did you get something, John?
An email from Joe PCO asking us to look into it. but
Okay.
Directly.
My note said, awaiting map from GIS.
No,
I know
I'm
John
gonna
gave
make
us,
John do, I'm gonna make Joe PCO do that.
John gave us a map, and we're just gonna need to be very specific, because that cross street actually crosses over that street and goes like to the neighboring people across the street from Harvey Golf. So we just wanted to be very specific about which portion of it that we de-dedicated, because you don't wanna like adversely affect the people across the street's property. So we're working on it, but Bryce may be waiting for a formal request. I think it was kind of just mentioned in passing, but we're researching it.
Didn't we do something I don't want to do?
We did something with it a while back.
Maybe long before I was here.
That was
Before you
last
do
year.
it combines the property.
Okay,
It's not technically
We
Avenue
did do
H.
something with that, you're right.
okay.
It's Harold.
I think, yeah, in some places it's Harold Avenue, in some places it's Avenue H.
Yeah.
So, but we're working on it to try to, we'll get like a formal request and, we'll get the map figured out. Council to discuss the possibility of 10 Plain Lane being turned back over to the town. So this is the property of like Miss Polly and Miss Allen.
That was me.
It was previously a public dedication, and then we like de-dedicated it back to them. But from what I'm understanding, I think that they're gonna wanna sell one of the pieces of property along that street to a person who is not in their family, so it happened to then be a public street again.
Yeah.
So we're working with them to try to get, I would say the council could vote on whether we oppose. Do y'all want any additional information before we make that vote?
All was brought to me, like, I ran into the family, ran into Mark, Alec, and they were responsible for the upkeep, so to speak. And it was him trying trying to sell the property, if they, it would make it easier for them to sell the property instead of being a private street, right away wise, this and that. And it also, they don't have to take care of the upkeep of the street.
Right. And isn't some of our condemnable property along that street?
Yeah, we got a couple of,
Yeah,
and that's
so,
one of the properties that's possibly being sold.
mhm,
They did have an offer on one of them,
mhm.
and I mean, a while back, they had an offer on the house as well. I believe that fell through, but just to see the, you know, they just, if somebody comes and they wanna sell it, it needs to be a little easier without a private, you know what I mean?
Right, and I didn't know if maybe y'all wanted me to get Sal to go out there and look at the condition of the street, like is it gonna require a
I
lot of?
did mention it to Sal, I ran into it one day at town, and I cracked a bit out the door, because I really have another street to take care of.
Yeah. So does the council want any additional information from us before we vote about letting Trampoline Lane come back into the town system? I mean, if you want me to get Sal to go out and take pictures, or maybe like his opinion as to whether it's gonna require a lot of. Yeah, I just would hate to like obligate us and then realize that it requires a lot of work, you know?
Just cross some T's and dot some I's.
So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be in charge of that, I'm gonna get Sal to go and like maybe give us a little report.
And it should take an ordinance to pull that back in.
Right, and we'll have to do that anyway. Okay, so number 4, council to consider authorizing mayor to sign Lexipol master service agreement for the police policy manual on behalf of the town of Golden Meadow. We reviewed the master service agreement and we found it acceptable. Chief, when was the last time the policy manual? It's probably been a while. When was the last time we updated it?
Probably 2014, 15 maybe?
Yeah, so I think it's definitely a good idea for us to update the policy and procedure manual for the police department, so, yeah, so they would be up to the council today whether y'all authorize, the mayor to sign that contract.
I move.
Second.
Moved by Mike, second by Willis. Any further questions? We're going on, Jody, absent? Kip, Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye.
Okay, and then we have executive session, discuss EEOC charge of Jamie A. Minor. In order for us to go into executive session, the council would have to vote, two-thirds of the council members would have to vote to go into executive session. I feel like it would maybe more so explain some of the questions about the door. That just has to be discussed in executive session, because it's attorney-client privileged information that I just feel like is gonna be best discussed in executive session. Bryce and I looked up, there's kind of a catch-all under the executive session statute that says any other reason you should go into executive session, and there's a lot of attorney general opinions on point that say this type of thing needs to be discussed in executive session. Should we table it to the end of the meeting? It's up to y'all if y'all wanna take it out of turn, just so we can handle the people who are here, and we can handle executive session later.
Well, I'll move that we do it after the meeting, or you wanna do it now?
Do it after the meeting. Make a motion to
Or you wanna do it now?
do it now. Do the motion to go to executive session.
So if we go into executive session, we just need a 2/3 vote.
Mike?
Aye.
Aye.
Can we get a second?
Huh?
Can we get a second?
Make a motion to go into executive. I'm sorry, okay.
Yeah, they made a motion, I'm sorry, I think it's, who made the motion? Kip, second by Willis, we'll vote on it, Jody, absent, Kip, Willis, Lacy, Mike, I have it, go executive, can they excuse us for a few minutes?